Sports cars and racers will flood the streets of downtown Detroit this weekend for the Grand Prix.
Yeah, it is a big weekend, and this year's race will mark the return of both the Cadillac and the Corvette brands competing on their hometown track.
And we're joined right now by driver Bryan Sellers, who has raced 6 times on the Belle Isle track. Good morning, Bryan.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. So I mentioned 6 times on the Belle Isle track, not yet on the street course. How much are you looking forward to that?
I'm really excited. We don't get to experience new tracks very often anymore. We kind of are on the same circuit. So coming here to Detroit, to a place that I love, I grew up not far from here, and getting to experience something new, like right in an iconic part of town, is pretty exciting.
Yeah, and you mentioned an iconic part of town. You haven't been to Detroit in a couple of years. The massive changes, I mean, just even the energy in the air being downtown as we anticipate all the excitement coming up this weekend.
It's neat to see. I flew in last night and we were walking to have dinner, walking through the racetrack, and you see all the open air restaurants now and the people, and there is so much excitement. I'm glad the weather's clearing up for the weekend.
Nice.
It's really cool to be a part of street races, especially in an iconic city like Detroit. For us, it's huge. All the manufacturers are based here. It's the Motor City, and we get to kind of look around and see the people coming in and having dinner around the places. This is what we do it for.
You know, let's take a little step back into your childhood, or whenever you got interested in racing. What led to you wanting to make race car driving your profession?
I wasn't good at anything else. It's the only thing that ever kind of caught my attention. You know, everyone plays sports growing up or did a part of it, and it was the only thing that ever made me just want to work hard to get better at it, and it kind of carried through. From the first time I drove, I knew that it's what I wanted. Didn't really like going to school that much, and so it was a good option for me. It didn't have much else to offer the world, I guess.
You felt the need for speed,
yeah,
and you capitalized on it.
And this is going to be the first time you mentioned on the street circuit for you. What are your thoughts heading into that? What have you been looking at?
So it's difficult when you come to a new place. It's hard for us to get any information on the place because nobody's really been here before other than the IndyCar drivers. So you're watching footage from last year's race, from their cars, you're walking the track. You know, we have to pay attention to things like the bumps in the road, where the manhole covers are, where the cracks are. So you kind of put together a notebook of things like that as you go into the weekend to prepare yourself, because we don't have a lot of time on track either to learn.
Now, you're going to be driving a BMW. I have a feeling this isn't the kind of car I can walk onto a lot and just buy. Why don't you tell us a little bit on the specs of this BMW?
So we like to just say they're a street car on steroids, right? It's one of the reasons IMSA is so relatable to the public, because you can go onto the dealership lot and in a lot of situations buy the same car that we race. Except, again, you know, we have more aerodynamics, bigger brakes, usually a little bit more power, way lighter. So when you see them, they're relatable, but you're kind of impressed by the grandness of it all.
Yeah, I figured they weren't the same.
Yeah. And you know, we've mentioned all of the excitement and all the buzz, right, surrounding this weekend, and as we gear up here in a couple of days. What are you looking forward to the most, would you say?
The race, always, right? Just the race itself is so cool. We usually get the opportunity to do a pre-grid at IMSA where the fans come out and they get a closer look at the cars, and that for me is like the build, you know, the national anthem. That part of the weekend is always so exciting because you're here, you've done all the practice, all your research, everything that leads up into it. Now it's time to go, and you get to go and do your job in front of a bunch of people, and that for me is what really gets me excited and what I look forward to.
Yeah, and these races really are, you know, fan-friendly, a lot of interactive things for the fans. You can really get involved with not only the cars and the drivers, right?
That's right. So IMSA has always had a saying that is for the fans. And when it was first developed as a series, that was the whole goal, was to give the fans somewhere to embrace motorsports. So we're accessible. You can come see the cars. Most of the time, if it's not crazy, the crew will invite people in. You can get a closer look. And it gives people a whole new appreciation for motorsports that maybe they never had before.
Well, it's going to be exciting. You race on Saturday, right?
We race Saturday, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. All right, we'll be watching.
We are going to be watching, and you've got a couple of busy days ahead of that.
I do. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks a lot for dropping by, Brian. Really
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.